I just graduated with my master's degree in music education, and I thought I was going to be a high school band director until I did my student teaching when I realized I didn't want to be a band director. So I started looking for just part-time work. Personnel manager was Perry Sandifer, which was a big name in Fort Worth at the time. He had his own orchestra for doing dance jobs and parties, and he had been using me. So he said, now that you're out of school, do you want to play? And I said, yes, sir. So I'm just looking for work. So he gave me a shot at working with the orchestra. When I was about 11 or 12 years old, this is like 58 and 59, my dad, who was a drummer, pulled me aside and said, I want you to listen to some albums. And I had been only listening to what all the kids at school were listening to at that time. And he said, these are big band jazz. And he said, it's not dance band stuff like Glenn Miller, which was really popular in the 30s and 40s. He said, it's not that. It's something much deeper, more complicated than that. So I sat down and I listened to him, and I just fell in love with it. Now, I've been watching the TV show Peter Gunn, which Mancini wrote the music for, and had these two albums out, that particular 58 and 59 season. And I realized that I'd been seeing these guys on television, the actual musicians, they were not actors. And he would say, this is Shelly Manne playing drums and whomever's playing piano and bass and all that. So I was really digging that show. I thought, this is great. And then I was listening to the music, and it really became a strong influence for me. Okay, so now I get to work with the Fort Worth Symphony, and I'm thinking I'm so lucky that I have a gig and I'm playing shows and concerts. Then I find out Mancini's coming to Fort Worth. Well, he's my idol. And I thought, this is incredible. I'm going to get to be on the stage with my idol. I was so excited. So as principal percussionist, when the music showed up, I assigned all the parts. And I happened to notice that one tune, Charade, which is what everybody knows, and Moon River and those kinds of tunes, had a solo in it for chimes. So I thought, well, I'll assign myself that and I'll be the real cool guy. So we passed out all the music, we did the rehearsal, everything goes great. I'm just thinking, this is fantastic. I go home, I put my tux on, come back, and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna nail this sucker. So we get ready for the solo, we get to the tune in the program, and I'm thinking, here I go, I get the music, I grab the chime mallet, I put the music on the stand, I raise the mallet to start playing, and the instant before I'm supposed to play, a spotlight hits me right in the face. I can't see the chimes, I can't see the music, and in that 1 or 2 seconds, my life just passes in front of me. I'm thinking that everybody's going to think I'm a complete lizard because I can't read the music. So and everybody knows Charade. So here I go. So I bonked this thing out. Luckily, I played every note correctly. And how that happened, I have no idea. Now, years and years pass. Mancini's coming back to Fort Worth to do another series of concerts. But this time, I'm the librarian as well as the principal musician, the percussionist. So I have to have the phone call to him like I do everybody else to find out when's the music going to arrive, all that technical stuff. So I call him up at the house, he answers the phone. I think, this is so cool. I got Mancini on the phone. I just adore this guy. So I go through all the business. He answers very business-like. He's no joking around. He's not messing around at all. I said, okay, but I got one more question. I felt comfortable asking him a personal question. I said, are you going to book a program, Charade? And he says, who is this? And he's really belligerent. And I said, well, I'm not only the orchestra's librarian, but I'm also the principal percussionist. He says, so what? And he's really angry, and I don't understand why. So I said, look, do you realize when you stand up to play that you've instructed people to have a spotlight right in the guy's face? You can't see the music. And it's quiet on the other end of the phone. And he says, oh, I never thought of that. And he calmly talks to me from that point on. He starts being much more nurturing, and he says, well, maybe we can do something about that. You know, help me remind me. And I said, no, that's okay. I'll memorize the solo. And in fact, I even turned the chimes at an angle where the light was over here, and I was playing like this so that I wouldn't have to be looking at anything in the light. So he was really, really happy about that. It was kind of crusty at the very beginning, but once he knew the guy, he was really a sweetheart. He autographed the albums from way back in 58 and 59 that I had loved. He wrote something really sweet on there. He was a very, very kind guy, really nice. He never came back to Fort Worth. He died before he ever came back. I was really hoping to see that thing and do it again with him, but I never got that opportunity. But he was really a terrific guy, and he really means a lot to me even today. In fact, those recordings are just as cool now as they were in 58, 59. There's nothing dated about his music. It really sounds neat.
Good. All right.
Thank you, Preston.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.